The Golden Knights knew what was at stake. They knew that nothing is guaranteed in these playoffs, and in front of an electric home crowd, they finished this bad boy up in dominating fashion. It's race day, so they're trying to pass each other. One slip up, one mishap can lead to a crash, and they end up on the wall. Has dicho que ya has demostrado todo en el boxeo y que ya no hay nada más que probar. Así que, ¿cómo es que has mantenido motivado a correr esas millas, a levantarte temprano? Coaches from Bournemouth came all the way across the pond to teach the beautiful game to the local youth in town. And the kids themselves say it is their time to shine. Well, guys, the Stanley Cup is officially in the building. The players know that, and they say they can't ignore it. But they also say they have to stay even-keeled. Despite all the noise that's around the building, they have to be focused for this game. I'm glad I have my shades on. You just can't look at these Raiders fans in the eye too much. You're gonna get sucked into the Raiderness. You see what I mean? The Chiefs found a way to blitz him. They found a way to make him uncomfortable in the pocket, and I feel like that was the difference of the game. They made sure that it was going to be Brock Purdy to beat them. Hay muchos latinos que apoyan a los Cowboys, a los 49ers, pero nada como los Raiders.
Nada como los Raiders.
¿Por qué escogiste los Raiders? ¿Por qué escogiste a apoyar a los Raiders? That's right, Tina. In fact, in this very track that I'm standing in right now, which is the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the inaugural Las Vegas 400 took place in 1998. That said, a NASCAR race is quite different from an F1 race, and it all centers around these bad boys right here, the cars themselves. How impressed are you of both of these guys? Not just Alex, since we know how he's willing to take short notice fights, but also Yuri, being able to step up in the main event where all eyes are going to be on them.
Yeah, the main event is incredible.
Trisha, I'm not sure if you could tell right now, but my suit is still dripping in champagne after being in that Chiefs locker room. But I'll tell you what, this game poured every single emotion out of you. Anxiety, excitement, pure joy, elation for the Chiefs and their fans, and a devastating heartbreak loss for 49ers and their fans. Is it cool to see a boxer from Dallas who is as revered and as respected as Errol Spence be in this big stage?
Being on this big stage, now come on now.
Well, guys, it's almost the most wonderful time of the year, and I'm not even talking about Christmas. Football season is just around the corner, and the Raiders will have everyone in the building starting this upcoming week. That also includes the man behind me, Jimmy Garoppolo. Not sure if you know him. He's a new guy in the building. With these games being so close and the Golden Knights being so talented from top to bottom, do you feel like in a way that they still have yet to play their best game this series? Tonight was one of the most anticipated nights in boxing history and had all the ingredients of an all-time classic. What we got instead was an all-time whooping by Terrence Crawford over Errol Spence Jr., and now Crawford can say he is the undisputed, undefeated welterweight champion of the world. Cooper says he's all about building that mental toughness for his fighters and maintaining a win-at-all-costs attitude. So he pushes Jenkins to his absolute limit every single practice. That way, once he steps in that octagon, he's ready for war. Time to be a sniper. All right, let's go. All right. Did you see that? The Raiders' home opener was against a bitter AFC rival in the Pittsburgh Steelers with a history of epic battles, from the Immaculate Reception to countless other thrillers. For most of the game, though, it was anything but immaculate for the Raiders. Like I told you before, I don't know if I'm happy or sad that I finally got to take out my earplugs after hours of listening to cars rev up their engines and go about 200 miles an hour, but it was a great day here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Dylan Franz and Joshua Arceo are great friends with vastly different backgrounds. Dylan is a senior at Bonanza High School and has Down syndrome, while Josh is the current 4A wrestling state champion. But they do have one passion in common: wrestling. It's a hard sport that requires lots of strength and agility, but above all, mental toughness. As the old saying goes, you don't play wrestling.
You can't blame anybody other than yourself. You can't say, oh, well, my quarterback threw 3 interceptions.
But if you ask Dylan, he doesn't care how hard it is. He won't let himself be held back. He just wants to wrestle. Why do you love wrestling so much?
Coach talking about me, keep looking, practice, missing my match, keep doing my match.
Dylan became the manager for the Bonanza wrestling team last year. He told Coach Michael Dean that he wanted to get out on the mat.
I told Dylan at that time that if he came to practice and he every day and he worked hard and did what we did, that I would find a match for him. Dylan, every day for the next month, talked about his match.
And so it was here on these mats where Dylan prepared for his match. On the day of, he says he was ready to go, and he left with a moment he will never forget. And his opponent, you guessed it, was Josh himself, and the rest was history.
And I cried, I'm not gonna lie. When they were jumping up and chanting, Dylan, Dylan, that is something that I don't think I'll ever forget.
It's pretty cool that I can help a kid's dream come true, you know. That is why I love wrestling. It builds a bond between, you know, like two teams.
Would you say you and Dylan are friends now?
Yeah, of course. Friends before and after.
As for Dylan, he savored the win, but he's got one more match against his teammate to prepare for, and he says he's locked in.
Keep doing my match. Do my practice today. Hey, Reese, I'll see you at California. You can see me.
Reporting in Las Vegas, I'm Johnny Resendiz. There are many words to describe Raider Nation. Passionate, fun, loud, but one word sticks out in particular. It's that word, notorious.
Yeah.
Do you guys take pride in being the most notorious fan base in the NFL?
We are, and we do.
Los Raiders es una forma de vida. Vives o mueres con los Raiders, es lo único que te puedo decir. Venir aquí a un juego, estar en un tailgate, ir a Oakland, manejar desde Monterrey hasta Oakland, hacer todo eso, es una cultura.
But that isn't the only thing that makes Raider Nation unique. Along with being a team rich in tradition, the Raiders historically have had one of the biggest Latino fan bases in the NFL. So much so that Chicano culture and the Raiders almost go hand in hand. And it all started with two Latino men who broke barrier after barrier, winning 2 Super Bowls in the early 80s. Raiders head coach Tom Flores and quarterback Jim Plunkett.
We deserve to be world champions. I'm proud of it.
Once the, at the time, Oakland Raiders, led by those larger-than-life characters, moved to Los Angeles, Latinos everywhere called the Raiders their own.
Starts with the heritage, man. You got a coach and a Plunkett, quarterback, won 2 Super Bowls. I mean, we just embrace that.
Tom Flores, Jim Plunkett, all the Latinos that ran through there, all the Latinos that worked there, all the Latinos in South Los Angeles, Oakland, California, here in Vegas. It's for the raza.
We're all familia, and we stick together, and we stay under the same umbrella, and we work together having food. We doing tamales, we make chile, pozole, chips and guacamole.
And that's just in America. The love and passion for the Raiders goes well beyond borders, nationality, and language.
Digo, a final de cuentas es un equipo muy fuerte que ha marcado en los 80, 90 se marcó mucho México y pues aquí estamos viviendo con el tema de Latinoamérica y con el tema del apoyo de los Raiders.
Muchos latinos que apoyan a los Cowboys, a los 49ers, pero nada como los Raiders.
Nada como los Raiders.
¿Por qué escogiste los Raiders? ¿Por qué escogiste a apoyar a los Raiders?
Es una tradición de mi familia, mi papá, los Raiders siempre, y se me quedó, y todos mis hijos y toda la banda de México somos Raiders.
It may not be the most popular sport among Latinos, but the love for football americano is strong. And for Raider Nation, the silver and black are more than just colors on a jersey.
The autumn wind will play, and I get goosebumps. You know, that's a fan. You know, you're in. You really can't put it to words. It's who you are. It may sound strange, but it's who we are.
I'll leave you guys with this. There's an old saying in Spanish, aquel que no espera vencer, ya está vencido. He who does not expect to win is already defeated. Like I said, there's a lot of words to describe Raiders fans, but one thing is certain is their passion. And if you ask any Latino Raiders fan, that passion will never be defeated. Reporting in studio, I'm Johnny Resendiz.